Hello everyone, this is HSKSK here, back with some more StarCraft 2 Bronze League Heroes! I was almost going to do my regular intro there, but decided that would not be a good idea. But that is right, it's going to be time for Bronze League Heroes, where we cast the very best of the very worst. And in all honesty, this is one of my favorite series on my channel. Down in the bottom right side, it's gonna be Derb, which is hard to say with a very straight face, but it is DRB. I'll probably be calling him Derb, though, throughout this game, because that's a lot more fun to say. And his opponent down in the bottom left side, it is the one and only Matt Damon. All right, it's going to be Damon down there, so it is going to be a TVT. Now, I've said this in the past before, but one of the things I love about TVT and Bronze League Heroes is that the newest of the new players, this is statistically proven. When you first pick up StarCraft, you are much more likely to try Terran first and much more likely to stick with Terran than any other race. It's been this way since Brood War, and that means that there's a potential. I'm not saying that this is the case, but there is a potential for the bronziest of Bronze League Heroes anytime that there is a TVT. And remember that really the matchup honestly doesn't matter in Bronze League Heroes, because there's really no well thought out build orders, there's no good timing attacks, there's no good macro builds really, and so what that means is you never know what to expect. It's one of those, the only expected thing is the unexpected. So we do have actually a scout going to be moving out for Derb, which is quite fun to say. Derb, Derb, Derb. But for those of you who have not watched a single Bronze League Heroes, man, you have been missing out, as Bronze League Heroes is all about basically having fun, enjoying the game, and really, you know, being able to laugh at and have fun with games, even if they are very low level. That honestly doesn't matter. I think a lot of people get intimidated by StarCraft and think, well, if I'm not in Grandmaster and winning IEM, then what's the point of even playing for fun, you fools? So go out there and play. And actually, it seems like, according to the statistics, that StarCraft 2 is actually growing. There are more people active on the ladder this season than there were last season, and a lot of people tuning into the tournaments recently. So even though it may seem like there's not a lot of content out there, there is still a ton of stuff, and StarCraft will always hold a special place in my heart. I'm getting all teary-eyed just thinking about it. Hopefully you guys feel the same way, but if nothing else, you gotta love Bronze League Heroes. At least I enjoy watching these games. So anyways, TVT, always fun to watch. We do have a Reaper on the way, actually, for Derb. It seems like he's been watching some pro-level games. Going to be going for potential Reaper expand right now. Actually has the money to be able to do so, and this is a very standard build order in like all matchups now for Terran. Command Center, Barracks, Supply Depots, Gas, get one Reaper, see what's going on. He is actually making a Marine on the back of this. Normally you would just make a Command Center, but use the Reaper to scout around. The main problem with this build, though, is that if you are newer to the game, there's a lot of timings that can really take advantage of the fact that you are expanding so early. Oh my god! Oh my god, that is a Ghost Academy already. It is spotted, or is it? The Reaper right there is most likely going to get taken out. And indeed he does. Did he spot that the Ghost Academy? Yes, he did. So he knows the Ghost Academy is on the way. But the thing is does Derb really know the Ghost Academy is on the way? We have a rush to cloak Ghosts right now. And we got the new meta here in Bronze League Heroes. Damon, I like the way you think, buddy. He's not going for Banshees. He's not going for Hellions. He's not going for Reapers. It is straight into Ghosts. Now, his problem, though, of course, is that he doesn't have a barracks with a tech lab attached, which is the upgrade to your building that you need to get Ghosts. So we'll see if he realizes that. One Marine spawns on the outside. He's hiding in the bushes over here. I don't think I've ever seen a Marine hide. There is a guy in there, I swear. There he is right there, hanging out in what looks like the Pacific Northwest with those trees. Oh god, two more of them are on the low ground as well. These guys are the lucky ones up here. We'll see if the two on the low ground get sent back in the base, or if they're going to go ahead and scout on out. It looks like it is going to be a double scouting. Now, this is military training, is never go out without someone with you. Always go out in partners, and the SCV right here will most likely get taken out if these guys are on the attack command, but they're not. They are definitely on the move command, but they will still find that SCV and take it out. SCV apparently on the hold position command, or he was just perfectly trapped in there. But it does look like the command center for Derb is going to be up and running. Where is that tech lab? Where are the supply depots? Really, it doesn't matter when you get a Ghost Academy this early. It just scares your opponent into playing worse. which is a great strategy indeed. Derb, though, is playing much more standard. He does have his second barracks on the way, and a factory as well as a starport, so he's making actual pretty good units, or at least buildings. We'll see if he makes the correct units on the back of this, but we do have a starport as well for Damon, and make that a second barracks as well, but he is, of course, doing this off of one base. He also has both watchtowers, so everyone's really proud of him for that, and it looks like this Marine actually has 2 kills. Must be those awesome custom skins he's got going on. He does have 2 kills over at that watchtower, and lots of Marines on the way. He could go for potential drop, could also go for ghosts, you know, if he wanted to. He does have a nuclear missile on the way. This is got to be an 8-minute nuke, man, and we'll see if anything actually comes from that, as he still has no ghosts. But hey, this is Bronze League Heroes, man. You don't really think out these builds. You're just like, well, I saw nukes in a video once. I definitely want that. Apparently, we do have 2 patrolling Marines going back and forth between the watchtower. He doesn't even leave a guy at the watchtower. He's actually just patrolling them back and forth, always finding new and inventive ways to play StarCraft 2. I think they finally got told to move over there as opposed to patrolling back and forth. Marines, though, going to be hanging out still for Damon. Got to be protected by this siege tank as well, so if he does get attacked anytime soon, I think that is going to shut that down. Engineering bay on the way. Is that tech lab? Finally, a tech lab's going to be on the way. I love this rally point he has set. Boom, boom. Just make sure that no more guys spawn on the outside. This Marine up here was on a call with his friend down at the other watchtower. Unfortunately, he's no longer picking up his phone, and he had probably just better stay up at the north so he doesn't see exactly what's going on down there. DRB, though, actually has a kind of a thought-out build here. He's got several barracks, 2 with 2 more on the way. He's got the factory and the starport and the bases, and is continuing to make workers here 2 at a time. So really, as a Bronze League player goes, he's actually making good decisions. He's actually figuring out, you know what, this is kind of how the pros do the macro. I'm going to go ahead and mimic that style. Of course, he is getting supply blocked like I always do every single game, but the idea is there, and the idea is good. So you can definitely learn a little bit from him. Really, Damon, I wouldn't say take too many pointers from, unless you just want to have fun, and does have the ghost on the way right now. He is also supply block, though, so we have the world's longest double supply block going on. But hey, that means that things even out, and in all honesty, some of the best games I've ever cast are when both players are making mistakes, because it allows for those big shifts in momentum. It allows for someone who should technically be behind to catch back up, and makes the game a lot closer than you would think it should be. There's the layout over here, which I always thought this looked like a Pokemon. Maybe I'm tripping, though. That definitely looks like a Pokemon to me. But right now, not a whole lot of deaths happening. We do have the medevac with the 1 ghost inside. And we'll see if he ends up doing the dramatic death or not. But the ghost is inside. He does have a nuke as well. And you can see him even selecting the Ghost Academy there, making sure that he does indeed have that nuke. So we're going to have that 10-minute nuke drop. And where are you going there, medevac? Where are you going there, medevac? He dropped the ghost like really far away from the base. Oh, he even cloaked him preemptively. Look at that micro. We'll see if he can actually drop him by the Christmas tree, or if he. Oh, I don't think he can load down there. I think that spot is blocked by trees. So here he goes right now. Is going to go ahead and unload. I don't know if that got spotted or not, but the ghost is going to be moving on in. These workers are completely vulnerable. Is he going to throw out the nuke? The ghost is ready. He's armed and ready, and he does have the nuke, of course. And you can see the medevac's got to be moving out right now, though. Needs to throw out the nuke. Needs to throw out the nuke. The SCVs might spot him if he's really paying attention here. Thankfully, the ghost decides not to attack. There's going to be the nuclear launch detected. The drop is going to be moving on out. We'll see if this nuke actually lands. The very powerful 11-man nuke. The SCVs are transferring. He doesn't realize where the red dot is. Oh, God. The first blood is going to be all these SCVs. Every single one goes down except for 1 inside the refiner. And the medevacs over here, they fly directly into the missile turrets, but they have managed to load inside the base. The reaction times over here are as if Damon is asleep, needs to siege up that 1 tank. However, he is going to get several SCV kills here. The Marines got to try and protect the tank. The tank is going to go down, and the remainder of the Marines are going to get cleaned up. All the SCVs, this is just a nuclear wasteland as they do get taken out. Now, taking a look at the units tab overall, even after that ridiculous nuke, and the Ghost does manage to escape there, even after that nuke, guess what? Derb still has more workers, which is why I love Bronze League Heroes. He should have way less workers, and on top of that, should have transferred away all of his workers, but he still manages to stay in the lead. We already already have a second nuke completed. This Ghost, how many kills does he have? Is he going to unload right here? Yes, he does. 18 kills. He immediately got promoted to captain, which I think he's earned it. And the Ghost is once again inside that medevac, so we do have to keep an eye out for that. But so far, one drop of success, one drop an absolute disaster. Derb, though, like I was saying, and I've continued to say, his ideas are good. Oh, this poor little mule. He's either trapped or just not doing anything. But his ideas are good. 2 bases, continual SCV production, and going for the basic units. He does have the Marines, of course, now done. He does have medevacs. And what he should probably mix in is either siege tanks or maybe with some Marauders mixed in there with more medevacs, which right now, unfortunately for him, he is supply blocked. And you also got to be careful. Pro tip of the day. You do got to be careful placing buildings like this because of this reason exactly, is that your units can get stuck over here, especially if your units were accidentally spawn on the wrong side. On the wrong side of the bed. They're not going to be feeling good. Who is feeling good, though, after cleaning up that nuclear waste is going to be DRB, as he does have another expansion up on the top right side. We very well could see another nuke come down, but would it actually be worth it or not? Well, it would kill these engineering bays before the upgrades can finish. Uh-oh. Pro tip of the day, don't queue up 2 upgrades on one building when you have double the engineering bays there. Never fun for anyone. There's going to be a scan. If he nukes, he will be able to kill these engineering bays, but at the end of the day, that may actually help DRB because he does have his upgrades accidentally double queued up on those engineering bays, and that is unfortunate to see, but it also prevents him from getting too far ahead. As Damon right now, if he wins this, I would say I'd eat a shoe, but you never know in Bronze League Heroes, and I'd be eating a shoe. But the medevac there narrowly avoiding the other drops. I feel like these guys are almost like robots. They're moving their drops out at the exact same time. They're like, all right, 10 minutes, here comes our drop. 15 minutes, here comes our next drop. We'll see if another drop follows up at 20 minutes. But these medevacs trying to find an open area to drop. I think that they're going to find it. This one over here needs to cloak that Ghost, and there's very little defense down here. He can actually nuke from over here. Did not realize that. We'll see if it manages to kill a lot of SCVs. The scan comes up. I think it's narrowly out of range. Oh my god, the Ghost cannot be spotted. Oh no, the nuke's gonna come down. SCVs, what have you done? Get out of there. No! It kills all of them. Oh my god, top nukes in A. 46 kills on this Ghost. Are you kidding me? All right, well, let's take a look here at the units tab. Overall, 18 SCVs to 20. He needs to make more. He needs to make the plays because now he's going to be behind in supply. Well, no, I take it back. He's still ahead in supply, but he does manage to tie it up in the workers. That Ghost, man, still alive. Hopefully he continues the dream. We'll see if another nuke gets produced right now, but so far these nukes have had a pretty darn good value as the Vikings over here are now able to assist this medevac in its drops. But what exactly does DRB do at this point? I mean, right now he is making lots of workers, but he's somehow supply blocked. After losing 20 workers, he's somehow supply blocked. Does have a nice drop. Moving on down here. There is a siege tank on the high ground, though. Pretty good spot. Might be able to get taken out. Nope. Don't want to be running up there. Does have 2 Marines left inside those medevacs. SCV is actually repairing the siege tank, which you very rarely do see in Bronze League Heroes. They are set to auto repair, though, which is quite nice. 1 Marine over here trying to make the big plays. He's trying to be similar to that Ghost. We do have lots of supply depots now queued up down here, and honestly in TVT this is just a good way to do it. Just queue up a bunch of them so you don't ever get supply block. Vikings though are going to be escorting, and you know what, this is like David versus Goliath. Goliath going to be DRB, where he had way more supply, way more macro the entire game, but David versus Goliath I think still would have ended the same way if Goliath had or David, man, I'm getting the names mixed up, but if David had nuclear missiles I think it would be about the same story. No, that'd be a lot different of a story, but we do have the medevac over here. Ghost right there, ready to go. Does cloak once again. Taking a look at the APM. 29 APM is all you need to do a sweet drop like this, and we'll see if he actually manages to nuke those workers once again. There he is, unloaded. I don't know if he was paying attention down here to be able to spot this, but there is a slight shimmer. The SCV trying to gather. He can't build a missile turret, though, because he's trapped. He's instead going to be building one right there. There's the scan. He knows that something is amiss. This is the hunt for Red Ghost, and actually uses the boost to get him out of there. Man, Damon pulling the plays when he needs to, as there are Marines now over there, and these units continuing to get stuck. Needs to lift off one of these buildings, that's for sure. Otherwise, he's going to have more and more units getting kind of rallied down there. He could actually just nuke the add-ons, I guess. There's going to be the Viking right there to spot. Missile turret can see it, but it is not. Oh my god, SCV manages to get even more stuck. Here comes the nuke, though. I don't really know of a way to stop this. It's not going to do the most damage, but it will kill some of these add-ons, I believe. And you don't need to spot it once you paint where the nuke goes. Oh, that poor Marine. That poor Marine has no idea how close to death he is. 2 of the add-ons go down. The other ones are not in the red. You can see the exact amount of damage, bringing them down to 150 apiece. More add-ons on the way. These barracks getting 500 damage dealt out. A second nuke is going to kill those easily. Speaking of nukes, though, we do have another one on the way. Triple supply drops going on. This base over here, not actually mine. He's got the good old planetary fortress at his natural. Always a good play. And is going to be building those workers one at a time. But do I care? Absolutely not, because this is Bronze League Heroes. He's managed to stay even in supply with nukes alone. The base up here, though, going completely uncontested. That is going to be an issue for Damon. We'll see if he can manage to pull this game back in. But yes, he's had 2 brilliant nukes, 1 okay nuke, but if he does not get more bases of his own, he is going to be in trouble. Needs to transfer these workers down. They got nothing to do, man. They are just hanging out, literally doing nothing. But Damon at this point is just going to go ahead and play Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Terran as he's just waiting for these Marines. But Derb, unfortunately for him, has been only making Marines, and this is literally the worst unit composition he can have versus a turtling Terran. There's the planetary fortress. There's siege tanks on the high ground. There's siege tanks on the low ground, protected by those command centers. Not a good situation to be in if you are a bunch of Marines, but Derb does have a lot of money to sacrifice at this point in the game, so we will see if he actually manages to break that front line. I honestly have no idea who's going to win this game, because the obvious choice should be DRB. He could do a Doom Drop. He could make something other than just Marines. He could make nukes of his own, but for now, I guess he's assigning on the Marine tech, but he does have the Fusion Core. This is what I'm talking about, is he does have options. He's just got to make it work. There is a big drop for Damon. Actually, if he just flies right into the space, it is completely undefended, and we don't really see any sign of DRB really experiencing this same epiphany on exactly what it is he should be doing. So Damon having a moment of clairvoyance, realizing that drops may be the way to go. He will definitely have to move out pretty darn soon, though. I feel like time is running out, as we do have the 4 Stargates up here. They do need those Tech Lab add-ons, and unfortunately they are built a little bit too close to each other, and also no supply available for battlecruisers. But hey, it's Bronze League Heroes. We will eventually see a battlecruiser, I am sure. But for now, the drop's got to be moving on out for Damon. Even uses his boost right there. He's saying APM, SHMAPM. He has 30 APM, but still managing to find that booster button, which is one of the best abilities in the game, I would say. And there is, of course, that Ghost in this medevac as well, which he is up to like 50 kills right now. We'll see if he actually becomes part of the drop. Hang on, I got to clear my nose. All right, I'm back. I hopefully didn't miss too much of the action, but we do have the medevacs ready to go. A drop inside the main base would be devastating, because as you can see, there's really nothing in production right now for Derb, because he's saving that supply for battlecruisers. Finally gets those 4 tech labs on the way. Lots of depots on the way as well. This is actually really smart, queuing up depots there. I actually approve of this message. We do have weapon refit on the way. The Yamada cannon for those battlecruisers. Battlecruiser operational. We'll see if they actually come out anytime soon, though, as the tech lab's just now finishing. Does he actually begin making the battlecruisers? This drop down here, there's something about Bronze League Heroes where they gear up a drop, their build revolves around it, and then they just wait like 8 minutes to actually do the drop. So he's got to go ahead and move in at least a little bit. He inches his way closer. I feel like we're watching a game of Oregon Trail, and once again their drops moving out at the exact same time. I feel like they are robots, and this very well could be a mass nuke into base race situation. Needs to unload this army. There's the medevacs way overshooting their target, but still managing to unload all of those units. Siege tanks ready to go. Got to be careful of splash damage on your own units. Even a Viking got to be joining in this battle, as we do have a big drop going to be moving up here, and no missile turrets in position whatsoever. Siege tanks are out of position as well. Keep in mind, though, that Derb only has, a big nuke coming down. Where's that Ghost? This Ghost is at 52 kills, but no, the splash damage from the siege tank, friendly fire, prevents that nuke from landing. Every single nuke giving us absolute lulls. But the Marines over here do have 2 upgrades, and there's only really 2 siege tanks over here to try and kill these off. And with the 2 armor, the splash damage not nearly as good, but would we end up Bronze League Heroes any other way than self-killing your own hero Ghost and having a base race? I don't think so. The Marines over here trying to find an angle to engage at. Unfortunately, they are just marching to their own death. Yeah, the armor upgrade's nice. It's not that great, though, if you're just walking in the siege tank fire line. The siege tank on the low ground, he's up to 9 kills, soon to be more. I lied. The Marines actually finished that one off. But at this point, can Damon make anything happen from this very precarious position? He does have more stuff somehow. DRB has managed to throw this game. Although we do have the battlecruisers on the way, they are going to be here in time to make a difference, but will they be in the right spot to save him? The Marines over here do all get taken out. It is literally raining men as their bodies fly through the air. Medevacs get taken out as well. And I will say there are enough Marines here to give some battlecruisers a run for their money, but 4 battlecruisers, that is a tall order. Mass Viking with some good micro would be the way to go here, but Damon's got to figure it out. He's got to start making depots. If I was him, I'd grab this many SCVs, just make a wall of depots right here and try and recover as best you can, but nobody got time for that as he is just focusing on micro right now. There is the bunker down here, which if these medevacs are not careful, they will speed directly into that bunker. But at this point, Damon has no clue about the base of the top right side. The stealth battlecruisers may be the victor today. They're going to be moving out to this base down here. There's only 3 Vikings, which is, of course, not enough to take on battlecruisers by any means. The dropship's actually going to be moving out. A hero Viking right here, though, does intercept this drop and will force the unload of those units. And somehow there's a random siege tank here in range of this army. This is where it all starts to unravel for Damon. He needs to back up. Once again, raining men, and I love the physics on that. I can't help it. The battlecruisers slow and steady, man, but they will definitely win the race, as battlecruisers tend to do in Bronze League Heroes. We'll see if they make anything happen, and the Viking will go down. That's a big victory for Damon, and the army is completely out of position. Are there more battlecruisers on the way? Yes, there are 3, but their rally point is all the way across the map, which is going to leave his main base defenseless at this point. And the Viking right here is going to be spotting that. Does he realize that's what's heading his way, though, as he loses one of his only anti-air capabilities? This is not looking great for Damon. He's going to give it one last go, though. One last shot. We'll see if he can make it happen. And battlecruisers, sure, they're good at killing stuff, but they are mighty slow at doing that. And the one Viking here, Troll, I guess, too, technically trying to buy time. There is not really a whole lot here, though. This base is completely destroyed. Would have to lift off, but unfortunately he can't do that. He's going to lose all of his buildings if he's not careful. So Damon, I think, clearly the underdog this game, may continue to be the underdog as this game progresses, but either way, an absolutely hilarious game, as Bronze League Heroes, always a ton of fun. I don't really see how you recover from this unless he just totally throws this game, which currently there is actually nothing. There's nothing back in this base to defend, so he is going to still stand a chance. The SCVs, though, all going down. They have nowhere to mine, nowhere to run, and he does need to begin building a command center with these last few SCVs. I think those are literally his last SCVs. He's got 1 left now, no SCVs left, so he's got to win with what few buildings he has, but I think he's going to be eliminated right here, right now. It is a base race, but unfortunately one that he is going to lose, and I think that he is eliminated, right? Right? I think that that is it. Wait. He's got a missile turret down here. Do the battlecruisers know about this missile turret? Yes, they do. They're going to be moving down there. And he actually could have won the base race because nothing is lifting off except for the command center over there. But there's the defeated. It turns into a very close base race as he did not send out any SCVs. But Damon, Matt Damon, I love you. This game was absolutely legendary. And I don't want to say it's one of my favorite Bronze League Hero games ever because I always say that. But it was one of my favorite Bronze League Hero games ever. A big shout out to my friend Invicta. He's the one who sorts through the replays. His links are down below. But anyways, tons of fun, guys. Hope, of course, you have enjoyed it. And, of course, I'll see you guys next time.